We've all gotten pretty used to AI that can chat with us, help us write, even brainstorm. But what if AI could go beyond just talking and actually start doing the work for us? Well, that's the big shift we're talking about today. It's the move from a talking AI to a doing AI. And believe me, it is a total game changer.
No, really, just think about that for a second. So much of our workday isn't just thinking, it's the actual doing. The clicking, the copying, the pasting, searching through endless tabs. What if your AI could just handle that whole workflow for you?
Okay, let's make this super real with a scenario I bet we've all been in. It's late in the day, you're about to pack up, and ding, an urgent request from your boss pops up. I need a complete report on our top competitors, and I need it by tomorrow morning. Manually, this is just a grind, right? You got to figure out who the competitors even are, then you're opening tab after tab after tab, hunting through their websites for pricing info, copying and pasting it all into a doc, and then somehow you have to make sense of it all in a summary. It's tedious, it's repetitive, and it eats up so much time. So what do? You turn to your trusty AI chatbot for a little help. You give it a nice, clear prompt, laying out exactly what you need, really hoping you can shortcut this whole painful process. And you hit a wall. Yep, this is that classic chatbot limitation. It's an amazing tool for talking and working with info you give it, but it can't just go out into the wild, browse live websites, and perform actions for you. It's basically stuck inside that chat window. But that exact limitation is what a whole new class of AI is built to solve. This is where we get into the idea of agentic AI. And it's all about making that huge leap from just talking about a task to actually taking action and getting it done. So here's the fundamental difference. A chatbot, it handles one prompt at a time. You ask a question, it gives you an answer, and then it stops. It waits for your next move. An agentic tool, though, it can take a goal and run with it, executing a whole sequence of steps all on its own to get there. So how does it do all this? Well, agentic tools have this whole toolbox of new capabilities. They can actually use external tools like a web browser. They maintain a memory of what they've done so far, and this is the big one. They can look at the results of one step to decide what to do next, all without needing your approval for everything. It's that autonomy, that ability to plan and adapt that chatbots just don't have. If you take away just one thing today, let it be this. A chatbot. Well, it helps you think and communicate. But an agentic tool? That helps you work. It can actually research, decide, act, and produce a finished product for you. Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this actually plays out. We're going to go back to that competitor report task, but this time, we'll see what happens when the AI can literally break out of the chat window. So we give the Agentic tool the exact same prompt. Create a competitor report on X, Y, and Z. But this time, instead of hitting that familiar wall, the AI just gets to work. You see, the Agentic tool actually comes up with its own plan. It decides, okay, first I'll use a browser to find the competitor websites. Then it goes to those sites, pulls the pricing info, and finally, it weaves all that data together into a draft report. It did that entire manual workflow all by itself. Now, this power is incredible, but it doesn't mean chatbots are suddenly useless. Not at all. It's really about knowing which tool to use for which job. You don't need a bulldozer to plant a flower. So the key is just picking the right tool. For things like brainstorming ideas or drafting a quick email, a chatbot is perfect. It's fast, it's conversational. But for those complex, multi-step tasks, like pulling data from a bunch of different websites or creating a big, structured report, that's where an agentic tool really shines. But, and this is a big but, this new level of autonomy brings with it a whole new level of responsibility. When an AI can take actions in the real world for you, you absolutely have to stay in the driver's seat. And I'm not just being dramatic. Think about it. An agent that takes a wrong turn, maybe it sends a sensitive email to the wrong person or submits the wrong data in a form, can cause real-world problems that are incredibly difficult, sometimes even impossible to undo. We can really group these risks into 3 big categories. First, you've got unrecoverable actions, like sending an email you can't take back. Second is data exposure, where the agent might access sensitive info without you even realizing it. And third, there are compounding errors, where one tiny mistake at the beginning of a long process can snowball into a massive problem by the end. So as these tools become more and more a part of our work, this is the question we all need to keep asking ourselves. Agentic AI changes our role from being the person in the loop for every single step to being the supervisor of the entire process. And in a world of automated action, that kind of vigilant oversight isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely critical.